Bodycam released a year ago. How has this game fared? Being, if not the most realistic first-person shooter that there is out there to date, except it's in early access. But was this just a catch? Was it just an unrecorded clone to try to get a bag? Or is FatalShotty making a full-blown game? Over the last year, there have been various updates to this game, to its maps and its game modes. This is Bodycam 1 year later. A game that was made by two brothers, forming their group called FatalShotty, which I'm pretty sure is based in France. These brothers made a semi-successful game that captivated all audiences last summer. They were able to make unrecord, but multiplayer. And it turned out to be a success for these guys, especially with it being a hyper-realistic combat sim. The game has actually been handled with care after its launch, and we've seen multiple new maps being added in. As of this year, they did release an official roadmap where they do plan on adding an anti-cheat in. So what does the future of this game look like? It's looking very good, especially with Unreal Engine 5.6 just releasing, possibly looking for a console release later in the future. And their well-received October update of 2024, where they added zombies in, but with their own little spin on it. They plan on adding a lot more animations like bodycam viewing that they showed off in the Discord here. As well as inspection and reload animations. Each of these reacting to the current state of your character's well-being, as each of these videos have a download file linked to an emotion. They also have plenty of maps that either have not been released or are probably going to be released at a giant update, which I do feel like might come later this year with the anti-cheat. As you see, the footage you just watched was based on a real-life location that they're calling their CQB map. But as of this month, Bodycam has hit an all-time low, peaking at only 731 players for its second consecutive month of player counts in the 700s. This may be one of those overall snowball games over time, like Insurgency Sandstorm, but even that holds a higher player count than Bodycam, with Insurgency having 3,300 players. On Steam charts alone, we can only hope that Bodycam's doesn't get lower, because this game is still too new to say it's doomed, and the studio is very small. This game's all-time peak was last summer with 13,000 people. What would it take to get back to that point? Because they took the attention that Unrecord had originally gotten. One big update to get the momentum going again. So 1 year ago, my first impressions of playing Bodycam were like that of a kid walking 30 years ago into an arcade to play Pac-Man for the first time. I was giddy at how realistic it looked and how much it was an innovation in gaming history. The problem is, it was still very new and felt very unfinished. I'm not going to say it was perfect at launch, because I had my fair share of crashes. Unreal Engine 5 is not very kind, especially to new games. We can take all of the Ark Survival Ascended's content that was on my channel, as well as the crash reports that came through when Indiana Jones released this year. But with Unreal Engine getting its updates over time, I do think that Bodycam will be able to shine out its components, especially with CD Projekt Red putting The Witcher 4 entirely on Unreal Engine. Like that of Rust did over the course of 10 years, Bodycam has the potential of doing the same thing into the 2030s. Or it will completely fade into the nothingness of the sea of games that will be coming out in the next 10 years. We're talking 2035. So my closing thoughts on Bodycam is an 8 out of 10, as the game has a lot of potential and it looks relatively nice. It just needs time. Consistent work and time. And maybe make it free to play too. That'll boost the player count. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, do not forget to leave a like down below. Leave a comment on what you guys think about Bodycam and what your guys' rating is on it. As always, it's FatalShotty. hit that subscribe button down below. We're almost at 2,000 subs. Leave a like and don't forget to comment.
You are now listening to
Raw Leaks
Me and
TV.
T-Roy sliding in that box. He thought that he could box. Now they watching him on Fox. Had a nightmare I was lacking. Then woke up with my Glock. Bitch, we pistol packing when it's action. I'm a pop.